It's so disheartening when you recognize that that's happening because, like, some of the things that are your favorites are actually designed to have you be addicted.
Mm.
And I don't know, for me, I just felt like it was one of those moments where you feel like you're doing everything you can to give your child like a great start, to give your family a healthy start, to be healthy in your own body. And the things you think you can trust are kind of working against you, you know? Welcome to Your Mom Enough, the podcast for moms who love their kids but miss themselves a little too.
We're Shawna and Cara, two moms, two lifestyles, one mission to help you stop guessing, start growing, and reclaim your sense of self without the guilt.
This isn't a parenting podcast. It's a place to explore who you are now and who you are still becoming.
Because confidence is a practice, not a destination, and you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, hello. Episode 22.
Two, 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 two.
I feel like that's good luck.
I feel like it is too.
Mm,
My mom has this thing about the number 22. She says
really?
it's in everything. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm sure that's a wild conversation. I'm gonna call if you know my Aunt Christine, I'm gonna call her later. I'm sure it's peppered with concept.
22. 22. Wasn't there a movie called 22 too?
I don't know.
It was all about the number 22. Oh boy. Okay. If we have a listener who knows like film at all,
Please tell us.
no,
Or
please.
like the woo-woo side of the number 22
Yeah. If you are like
into
in,
numerology and tell us.
please tell us.
Yeah,
This is a good sign. Anyways,
feels like it.
yeah. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome. What are we talking about today, Kara?
We are talking about nobody warned us our cravings would be engineered. And there's a little bit longer of a title that goes with it, but basically, your food is not food. Sean and I were kind of talking about this. Like, it's sometimes the like processed food has been engineered to trick your brain to wanting more. And like, is that food?
Yes. So creepy. And before you
Yeah.
disconnect and think, girls, you are crazy. Part of the reason this conversation was sparked is I had been watching TV, which is not something I do often, actually. But I had the TV on, and there's a program for those of you that are not here in Canada. There's a program we have called The Nature of Things. It's kind of been on forever, and it's by a gentleman named David Suzuki, who is a scientist, and he talks about the environment, and he's an environmental activist. It's on basically every week. Um, and it's a really kind of interesting show. It's got different topics, but on the episode that I watched I called Karen. I was like, "Did you know this?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." It had talked about, and it really freaked me out on a couple of levels. It freaked me out as a person, but then also as a parent. So
Mhm.
apparently, like years and years ago, when smoking started to fall out of fashion, tobacco companies recognized that their product was in decline and they started to purchase food production companies. And they started to research neurology and psychology and determine things to make the food have like a super amazing, pleasurable reaction in your mouth and in your body. So, do you ever like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that's so real. Do you ever like crunch a potato chip or like have a sip of something and it just hits you in a way that's like, oh yeah? Well, that oh yeah feeling is completely manufactured to help you
Mhm.
come back for more all of the time. And it's so disheartening when you recognize that that's happening because, like, some of the things that are your favorites are actually designed to have you be addicted.
Mm.
And I don't know, for me, I just felt like it was one of those moments where you feel like you're doing everything you can to give your child like a great start, to give your family a healthy start, to be healthy in your own body. And the things you think you can trust are kind of working against you, you know?
Oh, 100%. And you know what is scary too? Is that I feel like it's targeted often at children, which is really scary and creepy. Like you think about the grocery store and candy aisles with the bright colored wrappers, or like even like you were saying the other day how Carissa had a cracker and she's like next level loves this cracker. Like that just to me is so like crazy that like, they can get a kid like that.
Well, it
It's
gives me
just,
so much guilt because it was like she's into rice rusks. And like our transition from formula, first of all, breastfeeding was a fail. We've talked about that many a
yep.
time. And I had a lot of guilt about that, right? I had a lot of guilt about not like
Yeah.
breastfeeding after 3 months and just having such a struggle with it. And then like I was struggling to get her to like want to eat solid foods. And so I thought, okay, like maybe we try these rice rusks. They're for children. Maybe it's something she can hold that's not super messy. Maybe she just needs to be in charge of eating, and that will be different for her. And at the time, I had been making her a homemade rice cereal, so I knew rice was okay for her. And I hadn't cleared her on some other allergens, so I couldn't just get really creative for her. And so I gave it to her, and I remember her having like this, ooh, like I could see it on her face and in her body. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. She likes this. And then after I realized that, like, that's a manufactured experience, I was like, it's so deflating and defeating because you work so hard to do things that are good for your kids,
Yeah.
and you just feel like there's no option but to be set up to fail. Like the show talked about this concept of super processed foods. So any food that is changed from its original picked off the tree reality is processed, right? So if you steam apples and blend them and make an applesauce and you don't add anything else, that's a processed food. But super
Yeah.
processed is like if you read the back of the label and there are ingredients there that you wouldn't find as an ingredient in your kitchen, that's technically a super processed food. And pretty much all of those are designed to like hit you in the brain in a way that leaves you wanting more. And it just kind of infuriated me because I was like, not only for my child and for their health, but like as a woman, postpartum, struggling with like coming back to like my normal weight,
Yeah.
like it just feels like the world's against
Just
you, you
another
know?
one. But I feel like too that we need to mention like this episode isn't about like putting another thing on your plate, moms at home. Like this is not like, oh man, now I have to cook everything from scratch. Like,
Yeah.
no, this is like your the workout challenge that we did last week. Like if you have movement snacks, like it's the same. Like if you just put in some like whole foods. If you have some crackers every once in a while, if you've given your kids crackers, you're not a bad mom. You didn't fail. Like
Yeah.
sometimes we have to do those in our crazy life, and it's just being aware
And
and
sometimes they're yummy. Like that's the thing. Sometimes there's joy associated with those things. I like a chip, girlfriend.
oh my
Mm.
God, I can eat a whole bag of chips. We were talking the other day, and I ate a whole bag of chips to myself,
Yeah.
and then and then I hid the evidence in my gym bag.
Of all things.
Hey mom, want to find time to do personal growth together? I do. We have opened a free group for accountability for ourselves and for people like us that want to find even just a little bit of time in our day to focus on our mind, our body, our smile, and our soul together as moms, looking to keep in touch with ourselves and set good examples for our kiddos. So if it sounds like something that might be of interest to you, especially if it sounds like you don't have time for personal growth or for focusing on things that are positive for you, this is 100% the place that you need to be. Just go to joinhearttostart.com and send a join request to the group, and we will see you there. Okay, joinhearttostart.com. Bye.
But it's so like Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, Cara. It's not like okay, now we have to go back to like
Yeah.
carrots and nothing but
Yeah.
carrots. But
Yeah.
if you have the opportunity to break up the day with, one whole food or one like better option. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought this up. Do you mind if I
Yeah.
prattle on? So
Yeah.
for me, one thing that I've become interested in more recently is I had a concern. I didn't have like a diagnosis from a doctor or anything, but I was starting to be concerned that I might be um, starting to have insulin resistance.
Mm.
And I was like, I don't know how to like come back from this. And it felt heavy and difficult. I am not a doctor. I do not play one on TV. Please do your own research, talk to your own professionals. But what I started to do, I heard this concept about having 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking, right? And there's all these other steps that you can do, but I thought that's one thing that I could maybe do that could be simple. So then I looked into like, what does it take to have 30 grams of protein? It felt at first kind of impossible because it's like four whole eggs and a cup of egg whites. And I'm like, I don't eat that much ever. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot. But what I started to do is have a cup of cottage cheese or a cup of Greek yogurt in the
Oh,
morning.
so good. So smart.
I've been doing it for 2 weeks, and what's crazy is I can feel the difference. I can feel the
Hmm.
difference in like that crazy feeling that's like, oh, I gotta eat something, has like significantly dissipated. And
Yeah.
so, to Kara's point about like, don't add more stress to yourself, there are some simple things you can do that make a difference. Like,
Yeah.
some protein in the morning, and it doesn't have to be a complicated meal that you make. You don't have to meal plan. Just grab some yogurt, you know?
Yeah. Grab some yogurt.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Helpful.
that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
I
You've been
feel
pretty
like, oh, sorry.
you've
Say
been
that
pretty
again.
good about eating, but I also feel like you have some like challenges around different things. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Am
Well,
I letting the cat out of the bag?
you know I'm bringing it in.
Ooh, the,
Creepy cat. Don't
the
get me
creepy
started.
kitty. The toy that her daughter has, we laugh at it because it's so creepy. Oh,
Oh, boy. Anyways, um, and I'm still actually, I've been wanting to talk to you guys at home to apologize because some of you may have noticed that I'm constantly clearing my throat and I keep questioning, like, is this like a milk allergy? I had stopped having dairy a few years ago. Well, it's been on and off me not having dairy for like 10 years. I don't have, I don't eat gluten. I had it anyways. I've been battling lots of food issues, but lately it's been my throat. So, but I found out I have GERD, so I've been taking prescription medication for that, and it's been helping out a lot. Um, anyways, but I feel like that's helps me a lot. I can't have a lot of processed food because a lot of it has gluten and dairy in it. So my meals are very simple meat and veggie.
yeah.
So, but don't get me wrong, I have a whole bag of chips.
And every once in a while,
Every once in a while,
big old bag of.
I will demolish like I eat like it's my job.
I feel like
But
potatoes have always been a love of yours.
man, they totally have. Which is funny because my husband is not a potato guy. He is a rice guy.
I'm a rice
But
person too. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like food is not like if you're like, oh man, I'm overeating, it's not a willpower problem at all. It's like, no, you are up against way more than that, my friend.
Yeah.
Way more than that.
Especially once you understand that like
Yeah.
these foods are basically designed to get you consuming.
Hmm.
And it's so challenging because there's some, like, listen, there was another part of the show that talked about Diet Coke or diet soft drinks. Um, don't have any calories in them. However, if you drink them and you don't have anything else, you're okay. if you drink them while you're eating, because there's a sweetness associated to it, but there's no calories to match it, your body will automatically start looking for calories and you will eat more than you would have otherwise, right? So it's just this thing. Like I think there are little opportunities to try to, because nobody on the planet, except for my best friend Jamie, loves a Diet Coke more than me. Oh my
Mhm.
God, it's a
Oh,
problem.
I know this
But
about you.
now I feel like I'm empowered with, like, I can have my Diet Coke and I buy the little cans, not the big one, because I can't
Yeah.
drink the whole big can.
Yeah.
But I need to make sure that I'm having it at a time where I'm not also eating. Because I know, like, as soon as they said it, I was like, that is so true. Like, if I have a Diet Coke and some, even popcorn, I am just like, it's a whole different
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah. It's so hard because I feel like we blame ourselves too for not having discipline when, like, really we're swimming
Stacked
in
against you.
a system that's
Yeah.
designed to hook us. And then
Yeah.
we're overwhelmed too and busy and crazy and chaotic. And it's just, so I just feel like awareness and small steps.
I feel like
Yeah.
it would be interesting to me. Have you been to Europe?
Yeah, I've been to Italy.
Did you eat things in Italy that you wouldn't allow yourself to eat at home?
You know what? I I didn't, but I did
You should have
accidentally.
tried it
I
because
should have, because I've heard that.
so many people talk about like
Mhm.
fruit, and that's been my experience. Like fruits and vegetables are a different experience in Europe than they are in North America.
Yeah.
And it's because there's less like manipulation of the actual food.
Yes. And that's just scary.
Yeah.
That's just scary. Moms at home, just so you know, you are not a bad mom because you gave your kids chicken nuggets for dinner tonight.
Mm,
Absolutely not. No.
no.
Just small.
And that's not our point even at all. It's
Yeah.
just, when you know,
Yeah.
if you can take the opportunity, but also don't beat yourself up because
Hmm. Hmm.
it is what it is. It's a hard thing. I bought today and I felt guilty about it. It's so funny. Oh, I have another thing to tell you.
Yeah.
I felt guilty about it. I bought, because we're going on a camping trip, I bought like puree pouches for
Yeah.
Carissa.
Yeah.
Usually I make a purees at home, but I was like, this is more, it's easier to travel with. It's going to be more
Oh, yeah.
stable.
Yep.
And um, I gotta say, it's really easy and fabulous.
Yeah. I know. I
It's
give Willow them all the time.
I love it. And I was like, why am
I
I?
would switch it
So
back.
it's two challenges because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, it's the same as this screen time thing. Like, it is frustrating to know that these foods are manufactured to addict you. And
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
um, this is the world we're in. Like, your kids are not going to be avoiding potato chips. Your kids are not going to avoid screens. Your kids are not going to avoid these things. So maybe the challenge is not trying to prevent them from having the experience of them, but in knowing the reality of what they are and
Hmm.
trying your best to do things that limit the exposure.
Yeah. Without like overwhelm and exhaustion and like moderation. You want moderation, you know?
100%. I can
Yeah.
hear Carissa losing it in the background.
All right. Well, let's do this, you guys.
Let's talk about the
Let's
next episode.
let's talk about the next episode.
Actually, I think this is a beautiful place to talk about this episode.
Yeah, I think it is too.
So this episode was inspired by Tim Cusano, somebody that I follow on TikTok. Really inspirational guy. If you're in the corporate world and you're interested in learning how to manage that, not our vibe, like what we're talking about here. But he had this episode where he talked about this book that his wife read called The 12-Hour Walk. And the concept is you pack your stuff, your snacks, your drinks, you strap on your shoes, you leave your house, and you spend 12 hours with yourself, screen free, not speaking, just out in the world. And you're supposed to have this great and amazing experience. And I can't wait to do it. However,
When my kids are 20.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So I
not.
saw it and I was like, that sounds so cool. And also, that's not mom possible.
That's
Not
not mom
mom possible.
possible. There's no way I
But
could go and
oh, girl. But Kara and I talked about it and we were both enthused about the concept, but we were like, how could we test a version of this or try a version of this that doesn't have to leave us leaving the house or like being away from our kids for that amount of time or have like no cell phone? Because it's also at this age and stage comes with a lot of anxiety that the other parent can't get a hold of you. So we have fashioned a challenge.
pumped.
We're pumped. We're going to do the challenge between episodes and we're going to talk about it the next episode. It's called the 12-hour disconnect, finding yourself without the feed. We are challenging each other to spend 12 hours without screens and tech. The
You
rules
heard that
are,
correct.
I'm going to lose my mind. The rules are no screens, no tech. You can have your phone on emergency for your partner because, we got kids at home and sometimes somebody's got to get a hold of you so you can pick somebody up or drop somebody off or whatever. That's allowed, but no scrolling. Ooh, no email, no audiobook, no TV time. 12 hours. You can have a journal, right? Pen and paper are your only technology to tap into for 12 hours. We're both going to try it, and next episode, we're going to come back and talk about it. I'm excited and frankly, a little bit scared.
I'm scared. I think I'm gonna have to get my husband to hide my phone. I feel like the only way it's gonna have to happen.
Well, if we fail, we'll talk about it. It's not the end of the world. But anyways, this was a great episode. We're excited about the next episode and the 12-hour tech-free challenge for
Oh boy.
moms. So
Oh,
exciting.
I don't
We're
know
going
if
to tell you how
excited is
it
the word
went.
to
Wish
use,
us
but
luck. Yeah.
wish us luck.
If you decide that you want to try it, like try it.
Yeah.
Try
Yeah.
it and tell us how it goes. We'd love to hear
Please
about it.
let us know if you survive.
Yeah, exactly. All right, friends.
You're mom enough.
You're mom enough. Bye.
Yay.
Love this combo? Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And share with a mom who needs to hear it.
And if you're craving a deeper connection, come find us in the Heart to Start group.
Because the real work of motherhood,
it's becoming whole while you raise tiny humans.
And that's exactly what we're doing together.
Go to joinhearttostart.com and get in the group.
If this episode gave you a new lens on your reflection, send it to a mama who might be feeling the same ache.
And if you're tired of hiding from yourself, come hang out with us in our free community at joinhearttostart.com. We talk about the real stuff, not just the highlighted reel.
And you're already mom enough.
You're mom enough, you guys.
100%. And if you know that thing where something happens in your day and you feel like you're about to lose it and just snap your crayons, same girl, same.
Same.
We know that too. But we've cracked the code. Go to yourmomenough.com/stop and grab your copy of Mom Needs a Minute. What to do when big feelings hijack your day and you still have to be a mom.
Oh boy.
Really exciting.
Well,
All right,
you
we'll
still
see
have to
you.
be a mom right now.
I gotta go. The babies are crying. All right.
Baby's crying. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
We'll see you. Good job.
Bye. Bye.